The declaration of participation. Oh, things are about to get real. Isn't that Xia Bao Yu? What is he doing here? What did he just say? I had a feeling this was going to happen, but we really are kind of kicking on the hornet's nest here, huh? Oh, definitely. Hark, one and all, and gaze upon our glory! In the 11th hour, though the final brand of heroes arrive! You sing? Don't pretend that you're not with us, okay? At least give the audience a wave, alright? Guys, I don't really think they're taking the announcement too well here. A large portion of the audience is vocifying expression their collective confusion, wrath, and concern. These emotions are expressed by their jaws that have been opened past a certain degree, and as my soul observed, I realized that the chaos wasn't restricted to the audience either. The candidates were starting to get agitated too. And there he is, the disgusting, duplicitous bastard who brings annihilation to everyone around him with that silly, innocent smile. Huh? Wait, what is going on? I thought Bayu was participating. Dumbass! SYNC. Explain yourself. Now. Miss Saudi told me to grab onto your sword like my life depends on it if you ever were to say those exact phrases. Blimmy, can't we just... She also mentioned Heathcliff. She told me that if you ever said anything like, can't we just give them a good beating and be done with it, to completely block your path. What a throwback. Doctrine. I demand the doctrine. I hope you do not mean to risk having your body merits. Withdraw your name. It isn't too late. Now! I'm heading in, Father. 33rd candidate, Bao Yu of the Chia family, comes forth. Are you ready, Dante? Wait, I don't know. And what about you, Ryoshu? I'm itching to get shopping. Need to vent this shitty feeling after all. Shopping? Wait, are you sure they're going to be okay, Faust? Oh? This is something that must be done, regardless of the soundness of its participants. Faust spoke sternly. I still quite detest this plan. Let's be honest for a second. Are any of us actually happy to go through with this? Okay, I guess there's at least one person who wouldn't mind, but still. Honglu, Ryoshu, and I walked up to the platform. Upon close, it was much larger, grander, and more imposing than I thought it would be. Enter the fabric's threshold. Once we walked past the curtain as instructed, we saw Jia Chunchu, Jia Mu, and Jia Seng waiting for us inside. I know not what in your life beyond the hedges could have wrought this change of heart. But to see you aspire to the seat of Hayagin is indeed a sight most curious. Oh, it's been a while, big sis. Has the life in Q-Corp been treating you well? I have seen and learned much, as you must have, Bayu. Alright then. Now I see a true reason for returning home today. I'm sorry, grandmother. I thought better than to let this be a common knowledge. So you did. Now that you have revealed your intention, withdrawing is no longer an option. Very well then. Now present the answer that you've brought here today. I'm sure you already sat through many people standing in the same place that I am now, explaining to you what it was that they brought. So, I suppose you would much rather prefer that I give you a straightforward, visual demonstration than make you sit through another 1,000-word lecture. Honglu gave Ryoshu a nod. Yes, I'm okay. Our answer, that we may be able to demonstrate before them, is the resurrection via Dante's power, to show them that to us, that is just a temporary setback, And the most dramatic demonstration of the ability would be to... a clean slash right in the middle! Beautiful demonstration, Ryoshu! What an art piece! Such an art piece! The crown jewel! The shade of the household! Slashed in pieces! Why do you look so evil? Indeed, you have certainly demonstrated something. You were truly the least dreary part of the day about you. I see. So the most efficient way to do it would be for me to get killed in front of them. Without any room for ambiguity at that. Yes. Then does that mean that one of us has to make sure that Honglu no longer lives? Oh, no need to beat around the bush here. Remember what we did to each other when we first met? Then Heathcliff, it's the implication that you are still willing to murder Honglu without hesitation? Mate, did you really just have to put it like that? I mean, thoroughly. I do not wish to hurt my good compatriots more than I already have, and it may be a stretch to say that it is fortunate, however. We seem to have an individual among us who may be able to carry out the task in a most painless, swift, and unburdened manner. Ryoshu, the master assassin. Never been more proud to have you around. And everyone immediately turned to look at. Oh, so how would you like to be cut? So, where's that fucker lying, huh? Who is he working with? It seems that slicing Honglu in half didn't really distract Ryoshu from her own thoughts. Yamu watched us in silence, motionless in her seat. You have split his brain in half. You have irreversibly ended this child's life. Not even life insurance shall be able to bring him back now. Are you? Well then, what will you do now? You have no means to restore the shade of the family. For your transgression you will... Clock spin. And so in turn, in one of the most high-intensity situations I had ever turned it. The muscle fiber, the nerves, the flesh that was split, all begin to reconnect like a rewinding videotape. Wait, why didn't that hurt at all? Yosha's skill with the sword was no joke. I didn't even feel the slightest bit of discomfort this time. Oh, I guess it was painless for him as well then. I don't think Honglu even realized that he was dying in that moment. Bao Yu! I truly realized that it's been a while since we've met. He has grown quite bold. Huh? I smell a beast. Beast! A dark shadow had appeared outside the curtain, surrounding us before I even realized what has happened. Who are they? Bull, rooster, dragon, monkey. The high shows are here. The test was to find an answer to freedom of aging and death. Not to break a taboo and prescribe the destruction of our house. It has not been long since the family that once led H-Corp was brought to ruin. No arbiter, no claw shall ravage a family of Hong Yu again. Arbiter? Ye Hongchu appears ready to command the Haishu to kill us all, but... Yamu silenced her with a wave of a hand. You will wait. Vulnerable Yamu! Once the resurrection is complete, the head will... We must end this before they... Hold for one moment. To be rash in judgment is to judge incompletely. I wish not to lose either our treasure and a clue to immortality. And Honglu was whole again. Whew! Well, thank you, Ryoshu. It really didn't hurt at all. And you too, Dante. No problem. Now, grandmother, big sister to Aunt Chun. Did you see that? This is the immortality that I found. Are we safe? If aught be owned, a swift vengeance shall arrive in time. It is simply yet to return. Your quiet utterance seems to dissipate the force that had surrounded us outside the curtain. Year Bao Yu, in the very first round of the family Hayek elevation, you passed. Bao Yu of the Year family has passed. What trickery is this? I thought he was off on some sightseeing tour away from the Hong Yuan like a jobless rich kid. When did he even manage to find his own answer? Thus ends the first round. Those who passed must prepare for the second round, set to commence tomorrow. Remember, the candidates are barred from harming one another between now and the commencement of the second round of the elevation. This is your one and only rule. Thus remember it well. Anyone who dares break it shall immediately be disqualified. That is all. As soon as your saying announced the end of the first round, everyone in the audience seat began to rush towards the first floor. Alright then, getting mixed up with that crowd's probably not a good idea. Let's get out of here. Right. Indeed, let us immediately return to Hong Lu's room. And we decided to slip out of here before the curious crowd sweeps us away. However, as we turn around to leave... yeah, hello! Stood Chia Chu in our path. Oh, hey, big brother! Congratulations on passing the first round. I heard that you passed as well, young master. Congratulations are in order, it seems. How is it that you, young master who has not shown an inkle of ambition towards the seat of the hierarch, suddenly emerged as one of its candidates, positively stealing the show? Well, sometimes people get swept up by random surges of ambitions, right? Wasn't that surge of ambition your company's, and not young Master Bio's? Well, if our last meeting didn't confirm it, it sure seems like they know us well, huh? Have we not impressed upon you enough that you weren't to nicely remain within the borders? Instead, he sparks such disorder at the fringes of his perimeters. I have thought that his only role in this design would be to play a pawn by your Chun-Chu, and no more. My lords, perhaps I have overestimated this young master. Are you still of the belief that inaction is a path without consequences? I didn't even get to say hello to you earlier, Brother Chu. Bao Yu of the Chia family formally extends his greetings to you. I realize that this is the first time that we're meeting face to face since I reached my adulthood. Speaking of which, did you manage to stitch Big Brother Jiwa and Mr. Cheng Chao's head back together? Huh? Heathcliff was the first to let out a flabbergasted gasp before the other sinners followed suit. I guess that's just how siblings of Hong York greet each other, huh? Yeah, killing each other on the spot, you know the drill by now. Seems like Miss Bao Chai was just a particularly nice exception then, huh? Pretty much. You ask a question that deserves no answer. You have arrived here, unprepared, yet ready to cast yourself into the flames, all for the mere reason that your turn had come. If your mind hasn't changed, then it would have been wise to remain unseen and unnoticed as you were. Well, yes, thank you for your concerns. This farce of wisdom and pensiveness worn upon your speech is truly intractable. Do I do that? Noticing Chia Chu's hand tight around his weapon, Ishmael quickly jumps in. Oh, in case you've forgotten, there's a rule that prevents candidates from passing the first round to kill each other, right? Hopefully I'm not the only one remembering that. If you're going to continue to bully us, don't be surprised if there are, consequences. Otis, you finished the preparations, right? Mm-hmm. The reinforcements are standing by the front gate. Reinforcements? Which is why I'm warning you that taking any rash actions prior to the start of the second round could result in pointless skirmish from both of us. A loud boast of an illusionary army in an empty fortress, though I believe that sheer might is hardly the quality one should forge. She saw through the trick. I'm not intended on fighting you here. Yeah, about you will beget great suffering by endeavoring to embrace beyond your abilities. Yet, if he still wishes to challenge and be broken, then perhaps that outcome is simply meant to be. And with that, they turned around and left us. It seems they were here only to give us a warning. What a relief. I thought we had to fight that guy and his show pact. Which begs the question, all of those high shows are probably related to the 12 different types of animals of the Chinese calendar. How exactly are they split amongst their family members? Kinda wanna know more about them and all of their forms, but I guess that has to wait. Yeah. It did see right through us though in the end. Hey, what nice teamwork, Otis. What unbelievable impotence! Did you notice how they didn't even glance at the rest of us for the entire exchange? True. Chu Bai Chen peeked out from a pillar before walking up to Hong Lu. You passed the first round, I see. I'm so happy for you, Bao Chu. But seriously, what is going on here? I didn't imagine even in my wildest dreams that you would be participating too. Well, congratulations to you too, big sister Bao Chai, for passing the first round. Gathering from the fact that you were hiding and even from me, you really didn't want anyone to know, right? Yeah, I imagine it must have kicked up quite the ruckus for everyone. Now I'm starting to feel kind of bad about this. Somehow we ended up lying to everyone. Hey, don't beat yourself up over it. Own it instead. Well, if it's all the same to you, then I want to say that I'm so happy that you decided to take part. I was worried that you might have already left Dangzhuo so far away from me again by the time that I finished this whole thing. That would have been too bad. So I'm glad that we'll get to spend more time together, even as contestants. Don't forget to say hello and give me a wave if we ever run into each other, alright? Chu Bai Chen left us to rejoin her faction, waving sweetly as she did so. You have returned, young master. Yeah, good evening, Shiren. Shiren bows wordlessly in the same detached coldness that we've sensed earlier. I still wonder why that is. Is she naturally so cold, or did something happen that turned her so cold? Oh well. She did not seem all that excited about her master's success today, nor did she appear to be concerned about him either. A letter has arrived for you, young master Bayou. A letter? Wait, you didn't even try to hide the fact that the envelope was tampered with. Did you do that? My responsibility was to deliver the letter. To protect its integrity was not one of my obligations. Hong Lu, are you sure that she's your maidservant? I mean, it doesn't seem like she cares about you at all. Like at all. It's okay. She's not wrong though. Shiren, can I ask you something? Yeah, Ling promised to play rock-tossing game with me, but I just can't find him anywhere. She still has the spark in her eyes! So something did happen! What happened to you? Oh. Well, let's see. How many numbers have you learned so far, young master? Oh, Shiren and I learned up to 10. Then he'll be back after 100 nights sleep. Sleep 10 nights, 10 times, and that is 100 nights. Whoa, that's so cool, Shiren. You're so smart. Oh, it's nothing. It's something that we've all learned growing up. Jiren, I slept 10 times 10 nights today, but I still don't really know where Ling is gone. And her spark is dimming. I think she probably tried to save his life. It might have not gotten so well. Oh no. Did I say that young Master Ling was to return? Well, you said that he would be back after 100 nights, didn't you? Oh. 100 nights is hardly enough, young Master. It will take at least 1,000 nights, given what they did to him. I see. You're smart as always, Jiren. Young Master, it's been years, but young Master Jialing's body is still decaying. He has lost control over half of his body by now. Oh. Even after he was fed the bolosses that I sent him? I was told to relay that your bolosses were useless, young Master. The decay has reached his brain, and I overheard the other servant gossiping that it is impossible to recover from such a state. The body is functionally dead. Dead would be preferred, in fact. So give up your naive hope and forget about him. Oh, you're always so smart, Jiren. I see. Okay, but so much for a quick recovery after 100 days. Nights, I mean. Just how strong was that poison? Why didn't they just cut off his head? AKA life insurance thing, give him a new body and cut out the poison like that. Or maybe it spreads too quickly. And there's no antidote either. I will now read the letter, Executive Manager. Thank you, Otis. Might be important. Yeah, right. As I stood there pondering, Otis walked up to the front with the letter in hand. This is from Manager Saudi. Hello, everyone. Heard that you managed to pass the first round today. I wrote this letter before I heard the news, actually. You wouldn't even be reading this letter if you hadn't passed, right? True, we would have died! But let's save the celebration for later. The real game starts in round 2. The other candidates must have been making an alliance by now, strategies, sharing information about the next round. Meanwhile, you guys stumbled around, aimlessly and alone, before returning to your lodging, right? And here you are now, reading my letter. Is she watching us from somewhere? Maybe. But do not worry. For your team specifically, round 2 doesn't really require much strategy at all. Because it will be messy and a continuous battle after another. So battle on, as you always do. Huh? It's what you do best, right? Fighting endlessly without a care in the world! Of course, Sony! Of course! Hold on a second! I would like to go into more details in this letter, but I am sure this letter will be, and probably has been, most likely intercepted by someone else from other candidates and collations. You know by now. So in order for you to obtain our objective, you have to rely on what you've learned and gained so far. Your intuition and fearlessness, of course! Like I said earlier, we have but one purpose. Contextual clues suggest that one purpose is implied to be coming up in the second place and obtaining the Golden Burrow. Well then, that wraps everything up then. Oh, and one last thing. Shameless curs who have rested their eyes upon the contents of this letter without authorization shall be struck down with a curse of misfortune that lasts generations upon generations. Ne'er shall ever they be successful in any of their endeavors, regardless of... Oh my god! Okay, let's just cut the bottom line of the letter, okay? Yeah. What a way to end a letter, huh? Sure. So does anybody know what to expect in round 2? The letter didn't really help with anything at all. It would be better to learn the exact rules on site and hear from the organizer themselves. That's true. It is likely that there are forces who already have their eyes and ears on us. Executive Manager, there's someone by the door. Oh, right on cue, huh? I don't think that is what this is about. Damn it, you! Grab your weapons! Prepare for... Oh. Chia-choo! Hello, my girl! Can we form an alliance after all? I don't want to fight you two. I like you two. Oh. Despite your rush, the person by the door was none other than Chia Chin-chun. She wore an expression that we had grown quite familiar with by now. An interest combination of annoyance and, quite literally, disappointment. Why do I even expect anything better from any of you? So you're just opening your front door to anyone by now, without even checking who's knocking? Oh, just like that? I thought you were done talking with us. Yeah, I guess we can be pretty heedless from time to time. But I don't think anyone who would be interested in killing us would have the decency to stand and hesitate in front of our door, wondering if she could knock or not. Oh. Well, earlier in round 1, you had yourself killed in front of Jiamu and Big Sister Chunchu, didn't you? You revived yourself in front of them too, I presume. Yeah. Why even go that far, huh? What has gotten into you, brother? Family Hayek, really? Why now? Why all of a sudden? I can tell just from the look on your face that you couldn't care less about becoming something like the family Hayek at all. Is that really it? That they told you to do this? Oh, well, Ching-chun, imagine, just for the sake of it, what if our actual goal isn't becoming the first place? Do you seriously expect me to believe that? Right, totally. Heck, I wouldn't really buy that either. It sounds so weird, right? Why participate in a deadly war if you don't want to come first? Anyways, I'm not here to ally or pally with you. I am never, ever doing anything like that with you ever again, brother. It'll be nighttime soon, you know? And your room's always been so dark because you barely let much of a ray of moonlight in. Seems like she's warning us that we'll be visited by some uninvited guests soon. Yeah, no way they're letting you, a sudden, unforeseen variable, spend the night in peace. But wait, didn't they warn us earlier that round 2 candidates are prohibited from hunting each other? Let's see. So the only thing that matters is the exact wording of the law, not the spirit of it. Right. They won't intervene as long as the candidates are not trying to kill a fellow candidate at all, like quite literally, with their own hands. So don't trust anyone, even your own maidservant. Oh, looks sad. Well, thank you for coming here in person, Ching-chun. Tomorrow we're really going to be enemies. I know it's too late to change anything by now, but tomorrow... Jia Chin-chun stumbled over her word, trailing off, and then turning around and left as though she swallowed what she was about to say. She really doesn't want this! Oh! When she expressed a wish to visit you here, I made 3 attempts to talk her out of it. It was highly impertinent of someone of my station to advise against her 3 times. Yes, but I implore you all to know that her choice to come here was not an easy one at all. I know that this question sounds a bit noisy, but are things okay over there? We will face the trial to the best of our abilities. I wish with all of my heart that our paths will not have to cross tomorrow. And I share the sentiment as well. I wish not to ever bring harm to them, nor they to us in return. Well, when did anything ever go as we wished to, huh? But Heathcliff sounded just as uneasy as everyone else. He has a point! It never goes how we want it to go, like at all! Something is always going wrong! And they are the intruders. Probably a bunch of assassins again, huh? Probably, most likely. Which ego is that? Oh, it would replace my wolf! Why is that? I guess I could do that for a couple of fights. I mean, there's not really a high chance for Dawn to make an entrance because she's on slot 9. But maybe at some point she will be able to reveal herself, right? Maybe at some point. Alright, let's go. O moon, once it waxed in veins. O water, once it fills, it overflows. For all light must go out, the night is still. Oh, I guess it's time. Sharpen your senses, everyone. Hey, what are some of the known infiltration routes in this building that your enemies could possibly use against us? Anywhere, actually, as long as the assassin is willing to put their minds to it. There are openings everywhere where they want it to be. There was this one time when one of them suddenly appeared from under my bed. Under your bed? Okay, that sounds terrifying. Ryosho, who was leisurely puffing a cigarette as the sinner were looking around in full alert, suddenly pointed up. Up! Ceiling! Someone just landed above us. Ah, so they were hiding in the ceiling this time. There must be more waiting for us just outside of the door. Honglu spoke casually, as though he was expecting to have them join us for tea or something. Impressive, young master, who are you? You're pretty sharp. Huh? The sinners all whipped around and swung their weapons towards the voice, but the assassin dodged back with ease and began chugging from a gourd in his hand. Wait, the smell? Is that sword drinking in the middle of the jump? Aw, come on, give me a break there. I'm an old man on a night shift after all. I say that I totally deserve a drink. Our target, young Master Chia Bayu. Let's kill him quickly and call it a night. With that, the enemies began flooding into the room. Seriously? Are they all going to drink or is it just that one? Oh. Oh, they look cool. Furtive Podao Assassin. They rely on bleeding and bleed count. Have a counter dice that also inflicts bleed. And their strongest move is 4, 8, 12, 17. That might be a bit of an issue. 10% damage for this turn when a hit during the combat phase on Clash Wind, 20% extra. Prioritize Honglu at all times. Focus on target at 70% at end turn. If that unit fails to hit Honglu with that skill, gain attack down for the next turn. So I always want to redirect them at all times. And less than 70% at the end of the turn. If the unit fails to hit Honglu with the skill, inflict more bleed and bleed count next turn. So after 70% they get more desperate. Ah, Honglu! At the very least they're not that fast, right? There we go! Still no old man. Where the heck is that guy? Is he not going to participate? Kinda seemed like he was the team leader of all of them, but so far it's not really showing up at all. Already fought 2 of those intruders and nothing. But it seems like we are not quite done just yet. Ah, there's another ambush. How many times are they going to attack us during this night? But then again, the more tired we are during the next round, the better it is for their client. So even if they fail, I guess they did something for them. There he is! Okay! And he is still drinking. Phew! Wait, we're still working on it? It seems that we are continuously underestimated by our foes, huh? Xie Zhuo made the same mistake once. You didn't seriously think that we would be defeated by such a pathetic force, did you? Ow! Pipe down a little. You're giving me an early hangover here. And don't you compare us to that little troublemaker of the Shi family. Now will you? Be careful. Otis, his combat capabilities are leagues beyond those of his companions. So that is why he's so sure of himself. Alright, I see. Identify your name and alliance. Really? You really think I would tell you all that if you ask nicely? Working in this line of business, huh? I have no name, no allegiance to give you, friends. Though I have no name to give, I have a title that Ada took the liberty of giving me. You tend to pick up one or two of those after surviving for that long. He who emerged with the liquid bottle, only to fade into the nightly shadow. The world has deigned to call him the Night's Drifter of the Drunken Palm. The Drunken Palm. Okay. Front swirl bleed. It takes a swing. At 3 stacks heal HP core by 3% every turn end. At 5 stacks gain 3 attack power up and fragility next turn. That sounds horrible. 5 bleed. Gain 5 shield for every swing, maximum of 25. Question, the attack boost, does it stack with the 25 possible stacks? I hope not. Imagine 15 attack power up? That would be a bit much. A little bit. At 50%, recover your stagger at the end of this turn. Fixes unit speed 10? Oh, he gets super fast, I see. This unit's panic type cannot be changed, and you always prioritize Hong Lu. Damage taken. When hit during the combat phase, 20% of the damage for this turn during the combat phase. On Flash Lu is 50% plus damage for the skill. Plus the training, deal 2% damage for every 1% missing on self. Maximum of 100%. Clear target at 70% plus at the end of the turn. If the unit fails to hit Hong Lu, gain 3 offensive level down for the next turn. At less than 70%, if the unit fails to hit Hong Lu with a skill, gain offensive level up next turn. So after 70%, I might want to allow a couple of hits to get through to him. But only a couple, not that many. Oh, this is a fixed encounter. Now I can actually change some stuff around. I need to get rid of those guys first, though. Let's be serious. Okay, Honglu, I'm really sorry. I can't really redirect any of those hits. So he's going to get a lot of drinks really quickly. But don't worry, pal. I'm gonna take care of him really soon. Just let me take care of the little guys first. This is really important business here. Really important business right from the start. The less allies they have, the better it is for us in the long run. Oh, Honglu, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Maybe I should pull him back. Yeah, maybe I should pull him back and maybe let him enter the fight in a later stage. It's beneficial for me to allow him to get a hit after 70%. But how the things are currently going, it kinda seems like it's getting a little bit horrible here. That guy is always at 5. It's fine, I guess. Blue, you need to survive that one, alright? It's important. Oh yeah, right. I'm unlucky as heck. I forgot. Ouch. Yeah, I might want to put Honglu on the bench for a while. If If I had an avoid dice, that would be fine, but I don't really have that right now. Ha! Ha! Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I got the first stagger. Huh? Wait! What do you mean? What you doing? What you doing? What was that about? What was that about? Was it special skill? Drunkard. No. No, what? It probably was Drunkard. How many slots? 5. Yeah, I don't quite get this. I don't quite, oh my god. Yeah, problematic. Slightly problematic. Let's not worry about that. We can tank it out. Come on. Maybe it would be better for me to just focus one at a time. They have too much health. I can't really beat them down that quickly. Especially with that scary guy. Breakable. Not quite enough. Now it's more than enough. Okay, first one down. Ooh, 24? 24 on my Faust? I see. It's fine. Is it fine? It's probably fine. Okay. Well, I need to focus and kill that guy as quickly as I can right now. Once his allies have dropped, pretty sure this fight is going to become a little bit easier for us. But seriously, if all fails, I'm gonna put Tonglu on the bench for a bit, so that we get him at a later point of time. We really need that debuff after the 70%. It's a must. I must have that. Okay. Oh, that's not about to happen. She's so dead. She is so freaking dead. Oh, it's incredible. Faust! Don't die, my girl! Don't die, my girl! We're gonna start applying some burn here. I did manage to kill the other guy. That's kind of bad. Maybe Santa Claus is good enough to finish the deal? Did it even hit the other guy? I'm not so sure about that. Oh my god! It saved her. It actually saved her! Okay. That's good. Oh wait, I don't have count. Oh. Maybe Rodion can apply some count around here? Yes, okay. That's exactly what I need right now. Ah, that guy's still alive. I wanted him to die this turn. Can I counter it with this? It would be kind of handy if I could do that. Let's give it an attempt. Oh, it's still alive! 2 HP! Come on, Faust! It's gonna kill my Rodion! No, wait, my Ryoshu! Ah, wait, she's still alive! She's still alive! It's all that really matters! It's all that really matters! Okay, keep the stacks going! Come on! 15, 12 count! Okay. Breath boost. Now he's all alone. Okay, this is all that I really need, right? This is all that I actually need. How close to the stagger bar are we? About 23, 40 HP. I don't need to clash at all. I can just go for a direct hit now. Okay. We shall do all of that. Okay. Come on. Stagger. I don't even have the chance to go for my entire attack. Of course not. Why? Wait, HP does not drop below 1 for the skill. On you, skin offensive level up, gain attack level up, damage. Oh no. Can you win that? Oh hell no. Yeah. That's fine, I guess. Apply more burn, please. I could definitely need more burn. If you could give me that. 30 freaking 5! Okay, it's fine. At the very least, now he's at 50%. Now he gets the additional damage boosts. Right? That's all that really matters around here. The additional damage boost and burn stacks. Okay. Huh? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean you just go? I just figured out how to get to you. It got a bit close, but we're getting there. You're next. And the last one. How strangely confident you are for someone who has failed to protect her master. Huh? He doesn't know that the sinners can come back from the dead. Oh, so he recognizes that Honglu is dead. Well, now that I've claimed your master Bayu's life, I should be free to clock out now. There's no coming back from a crushed brain. Real shame though. Had he studied under my tutorage, he could have almost matched me in skills. And the intruder disappeared from the room without another word. And after a brief break, I revived all of the dead sinners. Of course. Just who could they possibly been sent by? Could be that shared crew guy from the block earlier. You saw the way that he was glaring at the rich boy, right? But he wasn't the one glaring daggers at Hongdu, you know? What's up with that smile? You just feel sad. Oh, are you alright? Your brain's feeling funny or something like that? Ask him to turn the clock again, just to be sure. No, it's just that this feels kind of new to me. Whenever I was attacked in here, this building felt so infinitely vast. But now that I'm here with all of you, it feels so crowded and alive. Oh, well, and that's funny how? Well, I imagine that he's saying that he's happy that we got us back, right? To paraphrase it. He's no longer alone. Exactly. Now he has allies that try to protect him. He doesn't have to fight all on his own anymore. I still get the AX reward though. Was I supposed to protect Honglu? Was that even an option? Probably. I mean, I could have put him on the bench for a while. Huh. Well, regardless, next is Shiren. Alright then, let's go. Young master, I have brewed some newer tea. Will you imbibe some before your department? No way, Honglu! Do you remember how the envelope that we've received yesterday was torn open? Refuse it, alright? I'm okay. I would love some tea, Jiren. Thank you. Yes, young master. But isn't there a chance that might be poison? Honglu sipped Jiren's tea. Oh, come on, Honglu! That tea could have been poisonous. I know that we have done that and all, but you are being way too reckless right now. I wasn't being reckless on the account of having Dante around. If I was, and if it really had been poisoned, I would be needlessly hurting Dante in the process. Exactly. Even if she had become a lot less friendly, Jiren is still Jiren. So I thought it should be okay. That is when I realized that Jiren's odd change of character was reminiscent of those that we've seen earlier in the back street of District 8. Jiren went through a lot of revivals, didn't she? Yes, she was my closest maidservant, so she was on the most expensive version of life insurance. So when you said Jiren is still Jiren, do you mean that her memories are still intact? Yep, life insurance doesn't actually decay your memories. But still, you will slowly erode away, like a stone wetted mercilessly from gust and rainstorm. The memories shrink and shrink, slowly losing its definition, until the form itself is lost. I mean, she has experienced countless deaths by now. It only leaves the faint sensation that the stone was once there, until it was no more. But I hope that the faint sensation remains, a warm remembrance to Jiren at least. Jiren quietly cleared away the tea set. We could not tell if she had heard or knew, or if she cared at all, if she did. Regardless, we left her to her job and made our way to the Pelican that was waiting to take us to the second round. When marching out to meet more foes in a deadly war, normally most sinners would be laughing Otis off by her over-dramatic acts, but today they were all listening intently to every single one of her words. We already had several close run-ins with the candidates and the factions, and even the formidable Haisho Pact as well. Those experiences were more than enough to convince us that this was the time to take her seriously. We must first learn as much as possible about our primary foe, the one that poses us the greatest threat, if you will. And that is Chia Chu. So let's list everything that we've learned about that individual so far. Well, we know that he has no problems blooding his own hands. Do you remember how he grabbed those decapitated heads? And we know that he tried to ensure that both our teams at Shinshun wouldn't participate in the family Hayek war. Right. We are also aware that he's flanking by Silu, a mighty Haisho, and Sigong, a strategist. And it seems like he was the one who sent the assassin from last night too, right? No, we can't really fully confirm that. Yeah, we know that he's definitely wary of us, so we should at least stay on our guard. As we all know by now, the Dangjuan is led by 4 ancient and great houses: the Jia, the Shi, the Su, and the Wei. Every single time before my own birth, this place was a den of political intrigue, a jungle where a single misstep could spell your death. And today, the Jia family holds the most power and influence among all 4 of them. Which means that I was at the top of the world, afforded a life of luxury and leisure, the kind of envious life that everyone looked up and aspired to attain. But Big Brother Chu, he was beneath even the bottom rock of the same world. Wait, the rock bottom? A metaphor of North, perhaps? If it isn't, then I presume that he's implying that someone pushed Chia Chu to the depths. Yes, many hands pushed him towards the cliff, until there was no more room for him to back up to, until his only remaining choice was to plummet down. Brother Chu is the last surviving descendant of an annihilated Kong family. Wait, but his surname was Xia, was it not? Was he adopted? His mother was from the Kong family. But how? My hand was probably one of many that pushed him off the cliff. I don't think that you're that kind of person, though, to do something like that, Honglu. Exactly. No need to make excuses for me. Envy and jealousy came about from my grandmother and the elder favoritism. And where there's a senate, so exists an idea. Hiding won't let me get away from it. so I'm going to accept it. Hongnu remained placid throughout the entire revelation, as though he was making some innocent comment about the weather and the clouds going by. In fact, watch out for the one that's working with the thumb too, just so you know. Exactly. It was Ryoshu who appeared more agitated than he was. The thumb? Oh, do you mean that walking brick shit house from earlier? I guess. Li Heng. You are weirdly worried, Ryoshu. Don't you usually just, I don't know, act coldly all the time? It's because he's a powerful being. Silence descends in the palanquin. Has Ryoshu ever called anybody straight up powerful before? No, not really. Except maybe Ricardo back then, but she didn't really say powerful. It was more akin to the fact that we are so dead. No one replied. This is gonna be fun! I can promise you that! Okay. Oh, wait. Where are we going? Are we leaving? Guess we're leaving. Some ruined complex, huh?